Good morning, everyone. We just got up from our nice night's stay at the Best Western Plus in Windsor, and we had their to-go breakfast, which was okay, but not great. And so we were looking online last night to see places to go, and we went to Steamer Bread Company, established in 1959. You can do a pan of the store now.
There's even a lineup.
There's a lineup. We beat the line. We got donuts. Look at these beauties. So mine are on this side. I have blueberry fritter, maple iced, and Boston cream. Chris has powdered chocolate filled.
Powdered blueberry.
Powdered blueberry.
And cream.
And
cream filled.
Cream filled. Someone likes the powder and is going to make a big mess in the car.
Yep.
So we're off for an adventure today.
Let's go. This is the current search and rescue station and Lighthouse. We're in Lighthouse Cove, Ontario. Yeah, it's a little muddy today. A big rain yesterday. Building a new house there. Got a old, not an old, but a quilt pattern there. That must be the old rescue building there. You can see this is pretty overgrown. Very cool building. Don't know if I'll be able to go up inside, but try and navigate to it. Nice plaque here, Thames River Lighthouse. You got the door. So we'll see if we can get this cache. I think it might be underwater. Well, might be a watery trip to it. So you can see in there. So we're in this nice French, I think, cemetery, Catholic cemetery probably. And look at these beautiful cement stones here. 1895 there. This one looks like it was written on. There's more over here. Yeah, like 1895. This area definitely has some French roots here, so you can see Marie Emery. Some French names. Very interesting area. So we're here near Wallaceburg, and that behind those trees is, I believe, Uncle Tom's cabin, the original place. And here we have some beautiful little cemetery here. Found the cache. Beautiful little cemetery. I'm gonna go check out this, I think it might be a survey marker. Take some pictures of that. That looks like a survey marker. See another little cemetery over there. I missed this plaque on the way up. So it's kind of a slow day because my foot is messed up. Sprained it, so Josiah Henson. And that's Josiah Henson right there. Very interesting. And you can see back in there's actually quite a few buildings. Old church right there. Right there's an old church. There's like a little, maybe a well there. So it'd be nice to come in here when it's actually open, but I think it's either too late or it's just closed because of COVID. But very interesting area. So this is actually a really interesting area here. This is the battleground site of the Battle of the Thames from the War of 1812. This is a kind of a more unknown area. Most people think of the War of 1812. They think, at least especially in our area, they think of Niagara Falls. They think of Battle of Beaver Dams. They think of Lower Seacord, Battle of Queenston Heights, Sir Isaac Brock, stuff like that. But this is very important. This is where the tide turned in the battle, in the war, where Tecumseh died. He was the leader of the native bands that fought in the war against the Americans with the British. So this was a very important battle. So they have a turtle monument here made of steel, looks like, or aluminum. Yes, we're gonna do the multi. So Alice is gonna figure out the multi here. So yeah, it says this is where Tecumseh fell here. We're gonna go down here. So most of this, I'm not sure if this is all battlefield because there's a big field here. So we'll see what it looks like, but it's pretty interesting. So we just got the 2008 multi. Now we're just gonna look over here. A lot of interesting history here. Go check out that. Nice that they have these solar panels here to light it up at night. Kind of an interesting area. They got these benches all around to sit. Farmer girl just noticed that these have writing on them.
That's crazy.
Very interesting messages.
It's all like natives.
Yep. Aboriginal, possibly
I was
descendants.
wondering because, like, when I saw them, like, how they've been shined.
Yeah.
There's a awful lot of work in there. That's really cool.
So 1813. So like I was saying before, this is a very interesting, oh, this is really interesting little interesting. So like I was saying, this is, I'm by no means an expert on the War of 1812, but after the battles of Queenston Heights, they repelled the Americans, and then they came back towards the Detroit area, because the militias and mostly the British Army under Brock and Tecumseh, they took over the Detroit area from the Americans under Hull, who surrendered. So then the Americans retook the area, and then they had this decisive battle here where Tecumseh died. And that kind of put the Canadians and mostly British Army, on their heels. See this old road? I believe this might have been the old highway at some point, but I can't confirm that. So, and then after that, the British were on their heels, and the Americans re-invaded through the Niagara region area, going all the way up into Stony Creek near Hamilton, and losing the battle there. They were pushed back, and there was also the raid that went through, starting through this area because it was so undefended after the loss here. There was a big raid that went all the way into Norfolk County from here, burning all the mills. So a very interesting area. Probably doesn't have the same emphasis as Strazic Brock and Battle of Queenston Heights, because it was maybe, I'm not sure, maybe because it was Native American and racial bias played into it, or maybe because it was just a loss for the British, or maybe it's just a more remote region than Niagara Falls area. But very interesting spot. So this is another little War of 1812 site here. This is new from when I was here. Pardon? So I found this cache way back in 2011. That's almost 10 years ago now. But this is new. This was built probably for the centennial of the war, or bicentennial. Bicentennial. Yeah, see? So this was following the Battle of the Thames a while after, and the British lost here, and the British withdrew from this area, and this part became, as you can see right there, it became a no man's land. And then, yeah, it became very easy for the Americans to raid through this area. Let's go check out the older plaque in Cairn. So the site was donated by Roy Henderson. So I'm imagining the battle would have been out in the fields or something along here at some point. They donated this spot as a memorial. And apparently they do, because we saw the quilt that they have dedicated to the Battle of the Longwoods, and it was like in a field. So they probably do reenactments nearby in the fields. So cool area. Like the new monument that they've built here, and it's well worth a stop. If you're going up the highway, Ontario Highway 2, I think we're on. So really historical little highway that you can go down, visit Battle of the Thames, Battle of Longwoods, Uncle Tom's Cabin. We'll see what else we can find.